Welcome back to Tyshawn Approves. Come on into my office. Let's have a conversation. I know it's a little late, guys. I was a little under the weather on last evening, so usually I would want to do this on Sundays and release the video on Sundays. Today is actually Monday, the 28th. I hope everyone's Christmas was filled with laughter and love. If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. If you are celebrating Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. And again, just happy holidays to everyone. So let's get into the breaking news. On late last evening, President Trump signed the COVID relief bill. It is now law. And of course, I'm going to give my commentary on that. I know some people may be extremely excited that he has signed the bill, but for me, it's a little too late. It's a little too late. And I say that because if you were going to sign it, you could have signed it 5, 6, almost a week ago. You could have signed the bill. There was not a need for you to throw a temper tantrum. In my humble opinion, that is what you did. You threw a temper tantrum because a lot of your Republican colleagues are not with the notion that the election was rigged and that there was widespread voter fraud. And that is just what it boils down to. So you signed it. I do believe you were cajoled by your Republican colleagues to sign the bill, which no one should have to cajole or coerce you to sign a relief package. Now, I will say there were some things in that package that makes you go, why is there so much relief or why is there so much aid going to foreign countries? I don't know. Maybe there is a specific reason why there is. Why is there millions of dollars for furniture? For the Congress to have furniture. I know they need furniture, of course, but do they need brand new furniture? What's wrong with the furniture that they have? You know, this is just a regular, everyday, tax-paying American citizen saying this. So, but I do believe he was pushed by the Republicans to sign the bill because his biggest sticking point was the $2,000. He wanted, instead of $600, he wanted $2,000. And don't get me wrong, $2,000 would be greater for these families that are struggling than $600. I did a live on Facebook, and one of my Facebook friends, who I know very well, I'm not going to call her name, but she said $600 was a effing joke. I'm not going to say it because I don't want that would be against the community guidelines here on YouTube. But she said it was a joke. And she's correct. $600 is a joke. It's a joke. But the problem with that is, President Trump, you had all this time to let your demands be known what you wanted. So when the Treasury Secretary, Steven Mnuchin, goes and negotiates on your behalf, he couldn't say to the Democrats that, hey, we want $2,000 checks. The Democrats would have been all over that. That they've wanted more money for the American people all along. They would have been all over that for $2,000. So the fact for him to come out and say that there is not support in your own party for this $2,000, it's just, again, a temper tantrum. And so now the spotlight is back on the Georgia runoff, where the Senate, the majority Senate right now hangs in the balance because we don't know who is going to lead the Senate. I do believe that I believe the Democrats may be victorious in this. I do. I truly believe that I want to say over 1 million people have already voted in the runoff. It's the top of the news. Everyone's speaking and talking about it. So I do believe they may come out on top here. But the spotlight is back on them. And I think it was wrong or incorrect of President Trump to take the spotlight from the Georgia runoff because he was upset. Basically, is what he was. He was upset. It was wrong of him to take the spotlight off of that. So, if you're in the state of Georgia, make sure that you are registered to vote if you are old enough. Also, speaking of being old enough, there are some teenagers that just turned 18. They were not able to vote for the president back in November, but they can now go ahead and get registered to vote. And, they're just in that little cusp right there where they can vote January 5th in the runoff. So congratulations to them. I know, that is a right of American citizens, the right to vote. So congratulations to them. What I want to move on to is the bomber in Nashville. Prayers and thoughts go out to Nashville, Tennessee. It was downtown. There were not any casualties. There was one police officer who was knocked to the ground because of the explosion, but I'm being told that he had minor injuries. So we definitely want to keep them in our thoughts and prayers. The FBI and police departments and all of the government officials are saying that the bomber acted alone and he actually took his own life. That is what they are saying. Also, they're also saying that there was a recording or like an audio saying, hey, you need to get out of this area. A bomb will detonate in 15 minutes. So it leads one to believe that they did not want to hurt anyone. Because if you're going to do that, you definitely don't want to hurt anyone. So it leads people to believe that they didn't want to hurt anyone. Which also leads to the question, what was the motivation? Why was it downtown? They say it was next to an AT&T building. Does that have something to do with it? So all of those questions are, being taken care of by, of course, our government officials, FBI, police department, what have you. So we just want to keep Nashville definitely in our prayers. And then the last thing that I want to come on here and do really quickly is, coronavirus, the numbers are rising. The numbers are rising. So my question to you all, to all of my subscribers and people who are viewing this, will you take the vaccine? And if you will not take the vaccine, why won't you take the vaccine? Personally, I know you guys are probably thinking, well, will you take the vaccine? Personally, if it is made available to me and under the advice of my doctor and my primary care physician, I may. I would have to, see what they say. I have some other ailments, so they may say, you know what, because of this, you can't take it because you'll have these side effects. So it just depends. But the numbers are rising here in Florida. When you guys go out, please make sure that you wear your mask. I know it's tedious. I will be the first to say that I dislike wearing that mask. I dislike wearing the mask, but it is so necessary and essential to wear. And my thought process is, if you're only going to be in a grocery store, shopping mall, which if you don't have to shop, you shouldn't, but if you're only going to be out running errands for a couple of hours, you can wear that mask. And the reason I say that is because you have essential workers who are on the front lines, like the people in hospitals, like the people in grocery stores. They have to wear that mask 8 to 12 hours a day, depending on how long they are working. And they don't really get the luxury to complain. So just put on the mask. The numbers are again on the rise. They claim that this is going to be a very dark winter. But please comment whether or not you would take the vaccine and your reasoning behind taking it or not taking it. But other than that, I do want to wish everyone a great week. I hope you had a happy holiday. Happy holidays to everyone, and have a wonderful, fabulous, prosperous new year. I'm signing out.